The summary of the poem, a photograph. A photograph contrasts the external state of nature and the transitory state of human beings. The poet describes a photograph that captures the interesting moments of her mother's childhood when she went for a sea holidays with two girl cousins. And the poet also draws a contrast between nature changing at a snail's pace and the fast changing human life. The poet recollects how her mother laughed at the photograph and felt disappointed at the loss of her childhood's joy. The sea holidays was her mother's past at that time, and while her mother's laughter is the poet's past now. That means the poet's mother is actually dead or she is no more. When the mother looked at her childhood photograph, she can't stop laughing and she is thinking about her past childhood. She is thinking sadly about her past childhood because it's all gone and it won't come back. So she is thinking about her childhood, and the poet is now recollecting that incident when his mother stood gazing at the photograph and laughing, thinking about the past. So the poet is now thinking of that incident, and for the poet that is also a past incident because his mother is no more and he can only think of the time when his mother looked at the photograph and smiled. Okay, and with great difficulty and at different periods of time, both reconcile with their respective losses and pain involved in recollecting the past. For the poet, the death of her mother brings great sadness and an acute sense of loss. The painful silence of the situation leaves her with no words to express her grief. Thus, the silence silences her. So, there are the three stanzas of the poem. There are three stanzas in the poem which depict three different stages of life. That is, one is the early adolescence or the girlhood time, the next is adulthood, and the third one is death. Okay, now we'll go through the poem stanza wise. So the poem begins with the poetess who goes through her mother's photo that lay within the cardboard box. So they were uncared for some time and it had no frame and all, which shows that it was uncared and it is also being susceptible to forces of decay. And in the photo, the poetess mother, she seems eager by her siblings who are younger than her. So her mother's siblings are younger than her, and also highlights her mother's strength because she is supporting her young cousins. And they all look into the camera when the photograph was taken by their uncle. And in the photograph, they all look very happy and very excited, and they are throwing looks and pleasant smile. Further, the picture also shows the sea waves that are smashing at them, and the young girls, they are trying to keep up with the waves. Okay, and the poetess, she remains with the thought that sea, even in motion, that is, the sea is moving or the sea waves are approaching, and during the time of the photograph, the people, the mother of the poetess and her cousins, they are standing still, they are standing motionless, and they are able to resist the change as she surrenders herself to mortality. And in the second part or in the second phase, it is said that in her older days, her mother looks back at the day at the sea. So, after many years, her mother is looking back at the photo and she remembers her two cousins and recalls the day in the photograph. So she is looking at the photo, looking at her two cousins, and she is recollecting the day, and she makes fun of herself and her cousin's outfit. So she is actually laughing at the dress and at their outfit. And these lines, they have a tone of sadness as the mother tries to accept the continual motion of life as she has grown older. So here the mother is actually sad because she has grown older, and the photograph is something that is taken in the past and she can't go to that moment again. That was her childhood. So she is recollecting her childhood moments and she is sad that she can't go back to her childhood again because now she has grown old. And looking back at her 12-year-old photograph, she was attempting to return to her childhood. So for a few moments actually she was trying to go back to her childhood. She was trying to recollect the past incidents, which is a painful reminder of time and age. And in the third part, the poetess, she remembers her mother as her mother had died earlier, and further the photo scripts a memory for both, as it knots the mother and daughter together even after her mother has left her forever. Which means the poet's mother is, not the poet's mother, but the poet's mother's mother is already dead. So as I told you, the photograph is the photograph of poet's mother in her childhood. She and two of her cousins holding her mother's hand. That is the photograph. So by looking at the photograph, the poet's mother is thinking of her mother who was dead at that time. So she is recollecting the past moments and she is trying to remember her mother. So it is a memory, it is a past memory, and it is actually binding the mother and daughter together even after the death of her mother. So we all know that even if somebody is dead, when we look at their photograph, we feel like they are somewhere near us. So the photograph is actually something that binds us to the person who has left us. So it is all a memory. So the poet's mother is also saying that her mother is now just a memory, and this photograph is binding both the mother and daughter together. And the poetess confesses that the photo bliss at imagining her mother's laughter, much like her mother's delight in remembering the day at the sea. And moreover, she notices that the time over since her mother's final departure is the same as her age in the photograph, that is 12 years. So in the photograph, her mother was just 12 years old, and now it has been almost 12 years since her mother left her. So she thinks that it might be a coincidence or an irony of life and death. And eventually both poetess and her mother learn to accept the change and make peace with their memories, even though they remind them of their briefness of laughter, happy moments, etc. Although the death or end makes things go quiet and empty, but however the poetess, she finds her mother died to be loud and inspiring enough to pour her feelings out in the form of a tribute and poem. Thus, even though the death finishes everything, her mother's death brings out new response in her. And lastly, she accepts silently her resignation to the final silence of death. So which means that in the whole poem, the poetess, she wants to convey that death is unavoidable, so you have to embrace your life. You can't avoid death, so embrace your life.